You are not crazy. You are not making it up. You are not lying to yourself. You're not self-obsessed. You're not conceited. You're not self-absorbed. They benefited from you not knowing yourself. They benefited from your lack of self-worth. They benefited from your lack of self-esteem. They benefited from the fact that you doubted yourself. Did you not notice that whenever you told them a dream, whenever you told them that you had this dream, that you wanted to level up, that you wanted to change career or lose weight or clear off the debt, the fact that you wanted to change your life, they started to plant seeds. They started to plant seeds of doubt, of confusion. They told you that you're doing too much, that you definitely can't do that it's oversaturated, that everyone's doing it. How are you going to make a mark? They told you all of the reasons why it wouldn't work out, why you wouldn't be able to make it, why it wasn't possible for you to make a change. But did you also notice that when you finally believed their words and you whispered to yourself, even when they weren't in the room, that you weren't good enough, that you possibly can't change, that this was going to be your life forever, that you were just made to be this way? Even though you wanted to change, it just wasn't possible for you. Did you notice that that's when they started to draw back? Did you notice that that's when they started to go after those same dreams, that they built up a company, that they started that YouTube page, that they lost the weight, that they leveled up, that they got themselves out of that situation? It's because that you didn't notice that you were like battery to them, that you were like a charger. Whenever they came to you, you did not know that your very essence was fueling them to become who they are today. You didn't notice that the fact that you were just yourself gave them the fuel, gave them the encouragement, gave them the visualization that life could be better for them. They didn't believe that you could do it, or actually they did. And that is the reason why they told you that you couldn't do it. That's the reason why they put you down, because they knew that they didn't want to be in the pit by themselves. That if you believed enough in yourself, if you walked away, if you started to realize that actually you're more powerful than you've ever known, then you will leave them and they'll be left alone. And then they will have to face themselves. They will have to come to the realization that actually they've been running from themselves all this time, that they have been doubting themselves all this time, that they talked themselves out of changing. They talked themselves out of actually evolving, that they chose a life of stagnancy when you were choosing a life of progression. So why did they do it? It wasn't by coincidence. It wasn't just because. It was strategic. We live in a society that tells you that you have to settle in this job, that you have to settle in this relationship, that you have to settle in this friendship group, that you have to just make this money that you've been making all this time, that you have to stay in this profession. And they win when you decide to settle. They win when you decide that you're not good enough to change. But when you come to the realization that the only reason why you're in this mess and the only reason why you haven't gone anywhere is because that you gave them a power that was never assigned to them. They were powerless. They weren't able to drag you down. They weren't able to talk you out of it. But you're the one that gave them the key to that door. And now they're just swarmed in and destroyed every single thing that was in the room. So come back to yourself. Realize that actually you can do it. You don't have to stay stuck. You don't have to stay in the same position. It doesn't matter that they decided to do the same idea that you told them. It doesn't matter that they started the same job or they've actually started to do the same thing that you were doing before, activities, passions. It doesn't matter because you have forgotten the very gem that you are. You have forgotten the very power that you are, the fact that you are you. So many of you guys have written yourself off. You don't understand that. Why would somebody want to be me? Why would somebody want to have my life? Why would somebody want to bring me down or destroy me so they can get up there? It's because that you don't realize the power that you have. You don't realize that you're powerful beyond just mention, that you're naturally charismatic, that you're naturally outgoing, that you're naturally a people magnet, that you're assertive, that you're courageous, that you're brave. And because that this is just who you are and you embody it, you forget to see the value in it. And so you question, why would they want to be me? Why wouldn't they want to be you? Why wouldn't they want to drag you down? Why wouldn't they want to go and discourage you? Why wouldn't they want you to believe that you need them, that they were your life source? They want you to stay stuck on them. They want you to stay with them. They don't want you to leave. But when you come to the realization is that it's not that you needed them, is that they needed you to feel powerful. They needed you to feel valued. They needed you to feel important. But once you get your power back, once you hear this video and you realize that you're everything all on your own and that you don't need anybody to live this life and you don't need anybody's permission to do what you need to do, that's when you're going to realize that actually that you can become everything that you need to be. So in this video, I hope that you take this and you actually start to realize that, yes, they benefited from you not knowing who you are. They benefited from the fact that you did not have self-esteem. They benefited from the fact that you had a lack of self-worth, that you doubted yourself. But now you know better and you're choosing better. So if you need another reminder, this is available from point A to Z. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.